Hello children, welcome Blast from the Past. Here we are discussing past JEE advanced questions. Today we'll discuss a question from complex numbers, probability and some permutation question. Let omega be a complex cube root of unity. You know unity 1 has 3 roots, 1, omega, omega square. What are the properties of 1 omega? What are the cube roots of unity complex? Omega and omega square are conjugates of each other. Omega plus omega square plus 1 is 0, etc. You know it. And it is given that omega raised to r1 plus omega raised to r2 plus omega raised to r3 equals 0. You are asked to find the probability that this happens. See, r1, r2, r3 are obtained by tossing a die. Tossing a die 3 times. If you toss the first die, the outcomes are obtained as R1. Therefore, R1 will take 1 to 6 values. Second die, R2. It also takes 6 values. Third die, R3. It also takes 6 values. Therefore, total number of cases will be R1 takes 6 values, R2 takes 6 values, R3 also takes 6 values. Therefore, by fundamental principle accounting, 6 into 6 into 6. That's the total number of ways. Now we are interested in the total number favorable ways. Probability is always favorable ways by total ways. Now how do you find favorable ways? Favorable ways is the case when omega raised to r1 plus omega raised to r2 plus omega raised to r3 is 0. Right? You know, if 1, 2, 3, if you take r1 as 1, r2 as 2 and r3 as 3, we get 1 omega raised to 1 plus omega raised to 2 plus omega raised to 3, which is nothing but 1. This is 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, if you get r1, if r1 takes values 1, r2 take value 2, r3 take value 3, you get 1 plus omega square equals 0, right? And again 1, 2, 3, again 4, 5, 6. Suppose r1 take value 4, that is omega raised to 4. Omega raised to 4 is again omega, because omega raised to 4 is omega cube into omega. Omega cube, you know, it is 1, right? Omega raised to 4 plus omega raised to 5, it is again omega square, plus omega raised to 6, it is again 1. In that case also we get 1 plus omega square, the value will be 0. Therefore, if you consider 3 boxes, and the first box is the number which R1 takes. Second box is the number which R2 takes. And third box is the number which R3 takes. R1 will have 2 values, here 1 and 4. R2 will have again 2 values, here 2 and 5. And R3 also will have 2 values, here 3 and 6, right? R3 will have. Therefore, this can be shuffled in 3 factorial ways, because R3 can come here, R1 can come here, R2 can come here, R3 can come here. This itself can be shuffled in 3 factorial ways. Therefore, R1, the first box R1 can take 2 values, that is 1 and 4. R2 again 2 values, R3 again 2 values. These 3 R1, R2, R3 can be shuffled in 3 factorial ways. That is the answer. 3 factorial ways. 3 factorial 6 will get cancelled. 2 will get cancelled. 3. The value will be 2 by 9. Answer is 2 by 9. This is a very simple question asked for JEE Advanced in 2010. Right? Thank you.